Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. So I'll just go straight into your cards from the extended because it's all about the heart. So if, in the first part, we saw that there is this change in your heartbeat from a stable one or a well-known or a steady pace of your heartbeat into a much more dynamic one. It's like here you are so connected to your intuition because we start off with the High Priestess, and as I said, it's like you get this revelation to not only be where you are, but also to embody this role, embody this very high position. It's like now you have, it's like your soul is fueled with this revelation from, this cosmic magic that you are receiving once you get to this place outdoors. And so because we start with this High Priestess, I want to say that it's not only that you embody this role, which feels so dynamic also, it's like now you have direct access to your higher self in a sense. So it's like this bonding. It's interesting, like this image for the High Priestess usually talks about this, clear channel, which is something that came through yesterday for Sagittarius. So because we're starting the extended for you, Capricorn, with this card, and it's interesting also because we have the King, which is a masculine strength and power card, but here we have a feminine, very wise, very it's like this higher intelligence that even though you are embodying a new role in a sense, the difference between these two, especially because of this card that is following the High Priestess, which is, a queen of cups, it's like the revelation that you receive is that there is the need, Capricorn, for you to move. Being the King of Fire, it's talking about dynamism and movement and motion, and not this steady rhythm that you were, used to before. It's this one, which is, this creative force. And I want to say it requires all of this for you to really embrace this creation, this creativity, because it's like this power of the fire and also the power of, the masculine strength, not that, there is no strength here in the feminine. It's not that. It's just different kinds of powers. So here it's a more it's driven by missions, it's driven by conquests, it's driven by perhaps even ambition, but ambition in the sense of having goals, right? So with these two cards being on your extended, being the first two in such feminine power cards, the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, it's like this is the other part of this creation that, it's all in here. It's interesting how this Three of Cups is actually embodying, all of this. So it's like this. These are the three elements. Actually, now that I'm putting them like this, it's interesting how, visually they really align, and it's like this. It's this bursting through. Oh my God, I cannot. So it's like, you see this and this, it's like a bursting open, the masculine and the feminine, the fire and the water, but there is something new about to come through, which is here. It's this creation force. It's the creativity that it's making your heart beat differently, and I mean differently with enthusiasm, but also with love. So it's excitement, but also love, and extreme connection to source, extreme connection to this divine guidance from the High Priestess. So when you do so, this come up, the Death card. And it's this crossing over to a way of creating, a way of, yeah, it's like, it's also because of this. So after the Death card, we have another 3, which is the 3 of Wands, right? So it is connecting with the 3 of Cups. So look how interesting we have here. Just a second. So it's like we have a 3 for each character in a sense, which I want to say, it's both of them are you, okay, Capricorn? It's not, in this reading for you, I'm not sensing that these are different people. I feel like you are embodying both principles, the masculine and the feminine. And so the masculine coming with the King of Wands, it's also here with this creation force, this creativity that is, you know, driven by excitement, by enthusiasm, by, it's like confidence and self-esteem, and it's just this desire to manifest, the desire to create whatever it is, I want to say, right? But something that is joyful, that is uplifting, that is made to elevate others, especially. So here you are again with this Queen of Cups and the 3 of Cups from the first part. So it's interesting how the 3 of Cups was in the first part and the Queen of Cups showed up in the extended, you know, and the 3 of Wands showed in the extended, while the King of Wands was in the first part. So it's this revelation. It's like you receive part of it. You receive half of the information, and then you have to go to another place, right? Another really privileged place to witness this whole phenomenon, not just half of it. And when you do, you receive the revelation that completes, in a sense, you know, this, the powerful combination of these two ways of creating, these two ways of manifesting, of, you know, the 3 being this dynamic force that joins 2 to create something new. It's like you do so, and you learn how to do so as you are open to the revelation of the mystery of the cosmos, but also through this knowledge that your higher self holds. So this magic, in reality, this revelation, it's not only opening up for something that is bigger than you, in a sense that is cosmic, that is universal, but is something that is big, but it's you. It's who you are in perhaps other dimensions, in another reality, but is extremely connected to you. And it is, how do I express this? Because I'm seeing both of these cards, or both of these characters, the King and the Queen, with these, you know, these, well, I was going to say the 2 keys, but in reality, the way that I heard was the 3 keys. So the 3 keys of Wands and the 3 keys of Cups. It's again, it's like you have to join both of them, or the 3 of them, in order to really create, in order to really manifest. And because of that, everything changes. Everything changes. The way that you manifest, the way that you create, because you are seeing that you are no longer only you. You have this masculine power, which is very objective and driven by this mission that, you know, just propels you forward. And this inward focused, more introspective and more intuitive knowing of your heart with the Queen of Cups. So joining both of them it's like you connect so strongly with this higher intelligence, which is you. And from then on, it's this open door. And because, you know, it's coming like this, the death card, and then the Three of Wands, it's like your horizon expands so much. And I want to say it's connected to this different heartbeat of yours that is now, it's like it's following a different song. It's what I just heard. Your heartbeat is following a different song. This is so gorgeous, Capricorn. It's like now, it's like the old way of loving, the old way of creating, the old way of receiving revelations is forever changed, because you have crossed over this door of the death card into this much more expensive, much more it's like this new vision of yours, that it's not only your lower self in a sense. I don't really like that to describe it like that, but your human perspective and your higher perspective, that's better. So you can see farther, you can see much more in depth. It's like you can see the logic. It's not the logic. You can see the dynamic forces that are behind, you know, creating. I was going to say creating your reality, but it's not only your reality, Capricorn. It's creating reality in general. And I don't really know exactly what that means, but I feel like, in a sense, you know that it's like your heart is always guiding you to see further, because, and it's going both ways. Your heart is leading towards this more expensive horizon with the Three of Wands, because now you have crossed this doorway, but also because you're seeing farther, you can see new places that your heart is calling you. You see what I mean? It's like here with the Three of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, the beating of your heart changing to a much more exciting one, a much more dynamic version of this heartbeat. You knew there was this specific location out there for you to go, for you to receive some sort of, you know, revelation. But here with the 3 and the 5, it's like you see farther. So because you see farther and your way of creating is forever changed, because you're now connected directly to source, in a sense, with the High Priestess, it's not only you seeing the dynamic forces that are leading you to these places because of, you know, the way that your heart is really calling you forward, but it's giving you this new, it's like this new perspective that is forever changed also. It's like you can see, it's like you can see the magic. You can see the magic of creation, of reality, especially because of this card. So we have the Five of Cups and the World. And, you know, this is interesting because the World card, it's talking about unity. It's talking about totality of not completion, because it's not, well, perhaps it could be, because, you know, it feels like this Five of Cups is symbolizing this heart calling you to go places now that your perspective is so expensive. It's like your horizon has expanded so drastically, because now you can see the dynamic forces, the dynamic magic that is playing out to create your reality and create the path that is leading you to go to these places. But also there is this sense of unity, of complete integration. And it's beautiful. When I was talking about integration just now, I heard integrity, integrity of being. So it's like, you know, that there is, you know, places that are calling your heart around the world, but it's this sense of integration and integrity with self, but also integration with the whole. And I want to say integration and the sense of, you know, belonging to this world, to this, to the humanity, to this collective humanity, to all. It's this sense of wholesome, of wholeness. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And because we have this ending this part of your reading, so we have the Nine of Cups following this World card. So it's like all of your heart is embracing this world. That's why it's coming so strongly with this unity, with this belonging. It's like this, it's this new way of creation, that it's not only bringing you to coming back to your heart, inward focused, but also outward focused with the King of Wands that is driven by desires. So it's this love that is pouring from within and is wanting to burst through with this desire to move from the King of Wands. So here it's this love that is taking you places. This is so gorgeous. It's the love that is taking you places, and it's the love that is embracing this entire collective, that it's like you feel part of the world, as if, this is interesting because it's like perhaps what I'm getting right now, it's like perhaps you have never felt so humanly connected to the planet, to the humankind, to the earth, as you are feeling right now, Capricorn, because there is so much love inside of you that now you are ready to share it, that now you are ready to, create with it. Use this powerful energy that you have within to go places, and places that are calling you, places that perhaps are, it's like this heart-centered stimulation that you feel, that it's just so fulfilling for you. It's so fulfilling. It's like this is okay, this is interesting. It's going from running on the treadmill to flying, and not even running outdoors anymore. It's literally flying. If you could fly, it's like you, with these three cards, it's like you are finding the wings to fly, Capricorn. And this is so gorgeous because it's like there is no longer boredom. It's like so exciting and so fulfilling. Especially, I want to add this card. So the card at the bottom of the deck is the Lovers. So more love. And the interesting thing, when I was talking about having wings to fly, because this is what I'm seeing, well, actually it's here too. It's like these wings to fly, and it's like this is your core, this is your heart, but these two rows here are actually appearing to me as wings. So it's gorgeous because it's here too, and it's almost like I'm seeing it sideways, like the wings of a butterfly, and you're ready to fly, Capricorn. This is it's like this fulfillment that is not only emotional, but it's giving you this sense, oh, this is interesting. What I just heard is like freedom that comes from belonging. Freedom that comes from belonging. But I want to add, it's not only, the sense of freedom that now you can fly, that you can go, farther, that you can go places that are really calling you. It's like you know that you have the wings to fly because you have merged with this higher self. And it's it's like this connection of two pure hearts that it's just so beautiful. It's incredible how I'm seeing this as a butterfly today. I've never seen it like this, so this is so beautiful. I love it. And as I said, it's like here too, and it's also here. So yeah, this is interesting. This is the transformation process. It's like you're becoming this butterfly that is ready to fly, you know, into the world and go places that your heart perhaps have been calling you, but now you just feel it so much more. It's like this all-encompassing love that leaves you no doubt that, you know, the world is your oyster. And I don't like, you know, these ready-made phrases, but it's just what I heard. The world is your oyster. It's like this launch pad that you're always ready to embrace, but also take off, as in a sense. It's like you can fly whenever you want, but also you can stay there. You know, it's the same. It's the combination of the Five of Cups and the Nine of Cups with the world in between. So it's like you can decide if you stay longer or you can fly to another place, because this feeling of unity and totality and belonging will be there with you, because in fact it's always with you. And you know, it has always been with you, but now you are connected. Now you have merged with this intelligence of your higher self, of this, you know, it's like this human self really connected to your higher self. And this is extremely powerful. It's like you are gaining wings to fly, Capricorn. So after all of that, let's see what the runes have to add as a final guidance for you, Capricorn, today. Oh, this is so beautiful. Yes, that's the magic that you're just receiving right now. You are gaining wings to fly. So let's see. And I feel like you are going places. So we have Mars, and it's interesting because, as I said, it's like this ability to create in a new form, in a new way, that is embodying the powerful strength of the masculine ability to just move, I want to say, and the internal receptivity of this feminine principle to stay. So the creation comes from both. And because we have a lot of cups cards here, and especially because, you know, we have these two really big hearts merged into one, giving you these wings. It's like each wing is one aspect, right? And you need both to create, to fly. But because of this final guidance coming from Mars, which is, you know, the masculine principle, is the warrior. It's like the one that it's like there is no fear. Oh, this is the word. The guidance is coming from one word with this rune: fearless. You are fearless. This is so beautiful because this is overcoming the spinning of the wheels that we saw with this card, with the Ten of Swords. You know, running and going nowhere, really. But now that we saw that you have the sense of belonging to humanity, to Earth, to this planet, to the collective, it's like you can go places, and you have the drive, you have the desire, you have the energy, the strength. It's like you have this momentum in you, and the momentum is coming from these two wings together, the feminine and the masculine, right? For you to really go places. So this is so gorgeous, Capricorn. I hope this was insightful for you in any way. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.